Hello, welcome to How to Play Habitual Joker, game for 2 players. This game comes to us from Pagat.com under the Invented section, where you will find all sorts of games that people from around the world have invented and written down and submitted to the website. If you have an invented game, you should submit it to Pagat.com. You'll find the manual for this game, which is well written by Simon Bates. So this game's kind of like Skip-Bo and Cribbage and Russian Bank kind of got together and made a game. So let's go ahead and demonstrate. So what we're going to do is going to take our deck of cards without the jokers, cut the deck, and whoever wins is going to be the dealer. The loser of that cut gets to go ahead and throw the jokers in, and then shuffle the deck however many times they want, and it goes back to the dealer who's going to deal out the cards. Now this game is a pretty simple game. You're going to basically be dealing out like this. You're going to have 4 foundational cards or stacks, a hand of 5, and 3 spares. If you happen to see a joker while you're dealing in the face-up cards, throw it out. As long as it's face down in the hands, you're fine. So normally we keep our hands hidden, but for the purpose of demonstration, we're going to go ahead and flip them up. So the dealer is going to play first, and he's going to play a card to his stack, or from his spare to his stack, or to his opponent's stack, but never to his opponent's spares. The cards to be legal have to be plus or minus 1 rank. They don't have to be the same suit, but if you do play the same suit to an opponent's stack, you will have a special power known as conditional blocking. So we'll go ahead and show a couple of legal moves that are possible. That 6 on that 7 was legal. The queen on the king is legal, and so would be the ace on the king. So after you play your card, you're going to score your point if it came from your hand to your own stack, and your opponent's going to score if it came from your hand to his stack or from your spare to his stack. You'll also score a point if they play from their spare to your stack or from their hand to your stack. So each legal play is going to be worth 1 point, and those are the only 2 legal plays that are worth a point. If you play from your spare to your stack, you don't score a point. Now you can go up or down in the card, so that jack can now get replaced by a 10 or a queen on top, the jack of clubs. Or you can play down a rank. It doesn't matter. The suits are basically continuous. There's no high, there's no low. It's just ace king wraps around. So every time you make a legal play, you need to be sure to go ahead and draw back to 5 cards in hand. We just saw what's known as conditional block there with that spade, where a 3 of spades got a 2 of spades played on top of it, so that goes sideways. The only thing that can break that is an ace of spades, or another 3 of spades, but we're only dealing 1 deck, so you know that won't happen. So this is conditional blocking. That's it explained if you want to pause it and read up on it, or go to Pagat and look up the manual. The link for the rules is in the description. It's a fairly straightforward game. Basically, what you're trying to do, you keep scoring points until eventually this game is going to lock up. Now, you're going to have to make legal plays when they come, even if they're not going to benefit you. So every time we're doing these conditional blocks, the south player is scoring a point, and the north player is not scoring any points. But what he's hoping to do by doing that is to freeze it up. Now, if it's the only legal move you have to play is to play on your opponent's cards, you have to do it. You can't move any of your foundational cards to any other stack or spare or anything else. You can only play from your hand or your spares to your own stacks or to your opponent's stacks. If you have an empty space in your spares, you can fill it up. That will be 1 legal move. It does not score any points. So that's pretty much the game. And you pretty much go until nobody has a legal move left to make. So now 3 of the stacks for south are conditionally blocked. Now we have not seen that joker come into play. Jokers permanently block a stack. So as soon as we see that joker come into play, that will permanently disable that stack from being advanced at all. And we're getting down there. We've got some good moves that could be played. We're just seeing which one we want to do. And so now we're going to go ahead and permanently disable that stack on north's stack. And that means we don't score any points for that, but that joker has pretty much ended that stack. So when a joker gets dealt face up and it's out of the game for the rest of the game, whoever has the joker has somewhat of an advantage over the other player. So South has 2 spare spots open. If he can't make a legal move, he always has the spares that he could play. Looks like that's what he's going to have to do now. He's going to refill his hand. And now it's North's turn. North is trying to figure out what does he want to do. So he'll replace his hand and score himself a point. Now we're getting kind of close. North is starting to overcome. Now North gets another point and has a stack conditionally blocked. That conditional block, of course, can be broken because he has the 9 of spades in hand. Question is, does he want to do that? Or what does he want it to do? So he's going to go ahead and play a spare, and gives South the point. And then it'll be South's turn to play against North. They're going to break that conditional block. Looking at the options, he has no choice but to conditionally block it again and give North another point. North goes ahead and breaks that and gets himself another point and gets conditionally blocked again, which he scores another point. But he'll give a point to South by being forced to play a card that's 6 on top of that 7. Now we break the conditional block and give North another point. North scores another point with that queen. And it looks like we do not have a legal play from South, so the game's going to end. North has won. So I recommend playing this to a best of 7. If you actually want to play this out in public, come to our Reddit subreddit, which you'll see in the description if you click on the more info. You'll also see card game meetups where we play cards, and a link to a Discord server where nothing goes on except talking about card games all the time. So do check us out there. Do check out these other content creators: Learn Tarot Games, Hogwash Gaming, Gather Together Games, Matthew Newman Solitaires, Stellar Solitaire, and of course my favorite, Riffle Shuffle and Roll. Always does some great stuff, does some live streaming, never know what he's going to do next. Taylor's Trick Taking Tables, excellent as well. Triple S Games is wonderful. Finally off of their chess kick. And Vizlaco has some great print and plays, and she always wins, does some reviews and demonstrations of commercial games. I want to thank today's musician, Kaylin's Compositions. Do check out that channel and see what's all in store there. And do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next